Welcome to the FSM Sales Confessional, the show where real sales reps share their toughest struggles completely anonymously, from losing big clients to clashing with management or just feeling stuck. This is your space to be real. Each episode, I pick a few letters that hit hard, and I respond with honest, tactical advice to help you move forward. No fluff, just real talk. Welcome to the FSM Sales Confessional. Happy Friday. Welcome back. If you're joining me, thanks for being here. Appreciate all of you guys that are listening or watching down the road. If this is your first time joining, real quick, I've got to get better at this actually, of telling you guys what this show is. So if this is your first time here, real quick, this is a show where sales reps, sales managers, sales leaders, customer service folks, team members, and even marketing team members, I might have said that, can anonymously write in about real pain points they're facing and get them answered live. Hi, Lori. With that being said, I'm giving real, raw, tactical advice. So guys, I'm here to serve you. Promo Corner has given me this opportunity to be here once a month and answer questions. I'm sometimes leaning into, actually today I have some letters where I leaned into some of the consultants in my life. I work with a trauma expert. I also have a retired detective. His name is Mark Jackson. He's wonderful, one of my mentors, and I lean into him quite a bit with everything in life. So I'm not answering your questions alone, and I'm not building my sales method alone. I'm using my mentors and whatnot, okay? So real quick, I go live every third Friday of the month, LinkedIn, Promo Corner, and also on Facebook. So you can find this there, and then I'm going to reshare it. They reshare it, which is awesome. Every episode, I'll be crystal clear. I'm tackling 3 letters. Today, I'm tackling 4, though. It's a bonus day. I got one last night, and it really riled me up, so I'm going to answer it today. All right, so anyways, 3 letters usually is what I do. Sometimes it's pretty straightforward. Sales problems. Sometimes it's personal. Sometimes it's pretty deep, right? Some of the answers I'm getting, questions I'm getting. And when it gets pretty gnarly, that's when I reach out to, Mark and the trauma expert in my life. So between us, you're going to get real answers. So write in, keep writing in. I got your back. Spend a lot of time on my Sundays, diving into these questions. So I'm just, I feel like I'm destined to be here to help sales reps. So guys, just give it to me and I'm going to help you guys out. Okay. So if you're sitting on something heavy, hit me up and don't hold back and we'll dive into it. All right. So I'm going to read the first letter. All right. This is letter number 1. All right. Suppliers. Are there suppliers here? Gosh, I hope so. All right. Confused by my suppliers. I have so many supplier relationships, but I'm honestly not sure how to take full advantage of them. What do suppliers actually want to hear from us? What information can I give my supplier partners that will truly help me sell more? Guys, if you're a supplier and you're listening, our job as suppliers is to put money in our customers' pockets. She's asking for that. He or she is asking for that, right? I'm also unsure how to use the free spec samples suppliers offer me almost every week. That tells me that somebody is just dumping on her. Here's some free specs. There's no profiling being done, clearly, guys. We got to profile the business better. She's saying she feels dumped on. That's what she's saying. He or she, sorry. All right. Sometimes I say no because I don't know what to do with them or how to follow up afterwards. Here's the question. How can I work better with my supplier partners so it's a win for me? I feel like I've been letting suppliers tell me how to sell, but I'm not convinced their approach is working for me. Woo! This letter got to me. All right. I'm just going to start here. I'm just going to say this. I've been in the industry for 16 years. Not a long time. There's a lot of veterans and legends that have been in this industry longer. But I will say 14 of those years I was on the supplier side. And I've done everything in this industry from an inside sales to business development before I was even promoted to inside sales, outside rep, business development, outside rep, strategic consultant, VP of sales, you name it, I've done it. So I feel like I can just say this to suppliers, guys. We have to profile the business differently. We have to give our customers, the distributors, an enhanced experience. This person who wrote in is saying, I feel like basically suppliers are giving her maybe bad information. She's getting rejected. She also is saying, I feel like I've been letting suppliers tell me how to sell. So suppliers, If we profile the business differently, this distributor will not feel what this person is feeling. Right now, she doesn't know what to do with the virtuals, the spec samples, the decks that are being dumped on her every single week. Actually, I think what this person is saying is we are disrupting her sales cycle. Don't do that. All right. So suppliers, I expect a lot from us. I expect a lot from myself. And I think anyone that knows me and works with me, I have extremely high expectations of a sales rep in this industry and a sales leader. So I'll just put that out there. So stop dumping decks on our customers without profiling the business. And if you're going to profile the business the right way, you're training our customers, who are also sales reps, to give us better details. We won't waste as much time showing them what, hey, go sell this for me. We've got to profile the business differently. So distributor reps, please remember I said this, stop letting the suppliers tell you what to sell. That is not a partnership. That is called dependency. That is no bueno for you, my friend. All right, so here's a tactical play. I'm just going to call this out, all right? Profile your customers before you engage them. Let's start there. Profile your customers before you go to a supplier rep. Hi, Amanda Clay. Thanks for being here. Profile, right? To me, you guys could be pulling once a year, 3-4 times a year. Your top customers, your top 3 customers, your bottom 3 to 5 customers. Your top customers are going to change all the time. They should change all throughout the year. If you're gauging their, tracking their potential, really. So you can pull your customers' data. Just pull your customers' data. What have they bought from you year to date? What are they not buying from you? There is gaps. That's how you can work differently with your supplier. Please go to your supplier partner. Hey, supplier, here's my top 3 customers. Here's my bottom 5 customers. Here are gaps in each of these relationships. I'm not selling them apparel. I'm not selling them uniforming. I'm not selling them name badges. I'm not selling them pens. Can you help me fill those gaps and voids? Let's go sell that. Stop dumping on me. Distributor reps, you please give suppliers better information. Please hold us accountable for rising to the occasion. Suppliers, rise to the occasion. Profile differently. Guys, I'm talking to suppliers when I say this. We can also ask our customers, hey, who are your top 3 customers? Who are your bottom 2 to 5 customers? If you're open to sharing that with me, let's talk about what you're not selling them. What do you want to sell them? If it's something I have or it's a service I offer, let's go re-engage them and get that in front of them. That's how you can work differently with your supplier partners. Expect more from your suppliers. Suppliers, we can be profiling the business differently, okay? When you go to a supplier, please, I see it all the time. Don't just say, can you send me ideas? I have a meeting. I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you do not give your supplier partners real, raw advice in details, if you have not done the discovery, if you haven't done the research, and you're just going to your supplier partner, can you please give me ideas? You're basically trusting us to show you the right product and close the relationship for you or close a deal for you. It's a lot of pressure for a supplier partner, you know? So I would say, don't send us into opportunities blind, okay? You do the research, you do the discovery, and otherwise that's laziness on a sales rep's part, right? I recently have had a sales rep email me and ask me for a PDF of products for our first meeting with a big customer. And right away, I just was vocal. I said, I think that's the wrong move. You're basically trusting me and my team to put a deck together that's going to help you go land this big customer. So I got this individual on the phone and we rerouted the strategy. And that's what I'm doing, right, through HPG. And that's why HPG brought me here is I am the industry sales coach. Come to me, right? My team, we got your back. So what we did was we started with, where are you in the relationship, right? She has a meeting. That's all we know. She has a meeting with the marketing team. We decided to profile the customer. We ran some formulas that I've created to gather their revenue, put some dollars behind what we think the potential is. We qualified the prospect. And then we decided what she needed out of the conversation, what she wanted out of the conversation, and what her hopes for the customer were out of the conversation. And then we looked at her services that her company offers. And we went through the services that we thought might be in alignment with this customer. And then I put together an HPG deck around that. Now she has a story. Now she can go in and she can speak intelligently to, hey, here's what I'm hoping out of this relationship. Expect for this to come up today. And what I want is for you to leave this meeting knowing that you can trust us with everything, including your uniforming, your signage, your whatever, you get it. So I would say, please don't just go to a supplier, send me ideas. Let us know where you're at in the relationship. Let us know what your goals are. What do you want out of this conversation? What do you need out of the conversation? What services do you have that you're presenting? Also, if you're selling hard goods, if you're coming to a hard goods supplier asking for ideas, please also tell that hard goods supplier, hey, I'm also showing this apparel brand. We will have better strategic alignment on what we put in that deck. It'll help you. You do the research, you do the discovery, over communicate with your supplier partner. So whoever asked me this is more on how you can work closer and stronger with your suppliers. Give them better information, give us better information, but you have to do the research and the discovery. Okay. All right. I made some more notes around this. Spec samples. Use spec samples strategically. All right. Don't say yes to every spec. Geez, don't do that. And I'm glad that you're not. I don't think that you are. It's a waste for everybody. Okay. And that is actually a lot of, I'm just going to say it, suppliers, that's just like a lot of wishing and hoping, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go in and say it, right? I think that if you are being offered a spec sample, go into your top 3 customers, go into your bottom 3 customers, and look for gaps. What are they not buying from me? All right, hey, thanks, HPG. I think it makes sense that we get out a journal or a pen or a tumbler. If you're offering me a spec, I want to go after the business I'm not getting. There's the growth. All right, next, you decide who your top 3 supplier partners are. Maybe your company has decided that for you, and that's fantastic. Lean into that. Also, you look at your relationships. Your needs are different than your company's. Your needs are different than all the other sales reps at your companies. Also, you might have different expectations of your supplier partners than your peers that you work with. So why don't you pick your top 3 relationships, whoever wrote this, you pick your top 3 supplier relationships, and maybe these are the supplier partners that you re-engage quarter by quarter. Hey, it's Q1. These are my top 3 customers right now. These are my bottom 3 customers. I'm going after this business. So let's do it. And then maybe you set a calendar reminder for yourself. Q2. Hey, supplier partner. So here's where I'm at year to date. And I got these voids to go after this quarter. What do you got? If you really want to work better with your supplier partners, you do the research, you do the discovery, and you give us better information. Right? That way, you're basically training us to rise to the occasion and consult differently. I think that, oh, my daughter's calling me. Sorry about that. Okay. So here's the bottom line. I just made some notes around this. Sorry, guys, long-winded answer here. The way that you're going to get the most out of your supplier partners is you just feeding them better intel. Bring us into your gaps, bring us into your relationships, bring us into your blind spots, bring us into your strategy, and maybe lean into some of us. You have some wonderful supplier partners in this industry, very intelligent people that are trained to consult. Let us help you with strategies, if that makes sense, right? When you do that, you protect yourself from inventory issues, pricing holes, discontinued items, pitching the wrong things, better alternatives, pre-lining some cool stuff. But if you just let suppliers keep dumping on you and dictate what you're going to be selling and showing, you're setting yourself up to lose. Don't do that. So stop being reactive, if you are, and start being a consultant and expect more from those around you. And that's how you turn supplier partners into win-wins, I think. All right, that's all I got. Okay. Ooh, I hope that was all right. I felt like that was a bit gnarly. Okay. Going into letter number 2. All right, let me pull up my notes here. Ooh, I'm getting better about not printing so much paper. Okay, letter number 2. All right. Here we go. Here's the question. Well, this is from somebody not growing. No bueno already. Okay, challenge. Having a hard time getting past the prospect who says we have someone that does that. What is the best process for setting up a meeting with a key decision maker? This is the question that really riled me up. What are some good questions to ask a customer to help identify if they are a good prospect? Whoever sent this message in, I spent a lot of time on this. I really hope that this helps you. All right. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to give it to you straight, whoever asked me this, all right? there are no questions that you should be asking a prospect to find out if they're a good prospect. You shouldn't be asking anyone if they're a good prospect for you. That is your job. No one's going to sit down on a first date and say, hi, so are you a good fit for me? No, you've done research ahead of the date. Let's see, Tinder profile. Yeah, this seems good for now. I'm in alignment so far. Makes sense that I go on this date. Going to go on the second date, and you're going to ask more hard, direct, invasive questions to get to know them. You're going to do discovery and research to see if you want to go on a second date. And you're going to keep doing that until you know, right? You're going to do discovery and research. You're not just going to ask them, are you a good fit for me? You're going to observe. You're going to actively listen. You're going to ask the right questions. You're going to do the research. You're going to do the discovery. So let's start there. All right. If you are waiting for the customer to tell you whether or not they are worth your time, you've already lost. Just saying. All right. So let's dive into step number one for you to find a new prospect. All right. Or confirm if this prospect is a good fit for you, I should say. All right. So step one, you have to define your prospect standards. What is a prospect to you? Let's start there. All right. So I made some notes, and I'm going to just talk about a little bit when I was a distributor. When I was a distributor, I started out very quickly, right away, within the first week on the job, what a prospect was for me. So I made some notes because I went back in time and really thought about this. All right. I knew that a prospect for me as a distributor, was somebody that could realistically give me $1 million. I wasn't going to get out of bed for anything less than 10,000 employees. All right. So for me, there's my threshold. 10,000 employees, nothing less, and $1 million at realistic spend. If I play my cards right, this customer can give me $1 million. I view the potential. What's here for me? Qualification, right? So then I wrote down more notes. I listed out categories that I'd want to sell this prospect of 10,000 employees and 1 million spend. I wanted to start to piece together a framework of what a prospect was to me. All right. So here it is. I targeted uniform programs. I wrote down, I'm going to sell this prospect uniform. They have to be in alignment for me to sell them uniforming. I came from Alpha Broder. That's all I knew how to sell. So I had to find that. Right. All right. So uniforming. Next, I remember writing down signage. I'm going to find somebody that will allow me to do their event signage, internal, external, outdoor signage, you name it, right? I remember writing down new hire recognition, somebody that will need new hire recognition. So I wrote that down. I also remember writing down, I'm looking for somebody that needs and has a safety program. I was just going to go after it, right? Next, I wrote down, I need somebody who has holiday gifting, some sort of a holiday gifting program. Because remember, I'm piecing together where I'm going to get the $1 million. If I'm going to qualify that my prospect is $1 million, I've got to figure out where I'm going to get that business. What am I going to do? Like shoot arrows in the dark? Almost just said the F word there, but I saved it. All right. So there's that. I remember writing down also, my dad was in trucking for 41 years and I really wanted to go after trucking. So I remember writing down driver program, driver safety. I remember writing down name badges and just gifting overall. So I'm piecing together for whoever wrote this or whoever's listening still. If you want to go after a new prospect, do not ask the prospect if they are a prospect for you. You need to go into the meeting knowing you are a good fit for me. Here's why. That's your job. Otherwise, don't be in sales. All right. So there it is. Define your prospect standards. So what is a prospect to you? Okay. A prospect to me, again, I'll just give you my threshold if that's helpful. Somebody that could realistically give me $1 million, somebody that had 10,000 employees, because remember, I have to start piecing together where I'm going to get this $1 million. And then also I listed out what I was going to sell them. I even wrote down some services. When I was on the distributor side, we had a warehouse, we had fulfillment, we had a wonderful kitting team, great people. And I remember writing down, oh, they're going to need kitting. I had to piece together what services and how I was going to hit this $1 million mark. Okay, so there you go, right? You have to define what a prospect is to you before you reach out to anyone. You can't contact anyone until you know they're a good fit, right? It's kind of like, I'll bring it back to dating and looking at Tinder. Right away, before you swipe and engage this person, you're already doing research. Is this a good fit? Yes or no? Yes, no. I don't know which ways left is yes or whatever, but you get it. Yes or no, depending on the research. So here's my point. Like, do that in sales, guys. Okay, here's more about this, right? Step two, I'm going to give you step two. If you guys are really looking to qualify a prospect, I'm just going to give you distributors. It works. This is literally how I wrote millions of dollars. I just stayed on top of my business. All right, so you can pull up your customer's name in Google. Just throw your top 3 customers into Google right now and ask for their revenue from 2024. It'll probably give it to you, okay? Next, you can throw in and just Google average marketing spend for this industry. It'll tell you what that industry is spending in a percent. Just go do the math. And then if that tells you what the potential is, from there, you can really match their size with their services, with your services, with your product, make sure there's alignment with what you've already decided. Almost every company's revenue is public, just a heads up, right? Even like professional sports teams, universities, hospitals, just a heads up. All right. Once you find the industry benchmarks and once you find the average percentage for that industry, you can really judge how much they can give you. Okay. All right. Step 3, I wrote this down for you guys. Good questions that you can ask a prospect, in my opinion. These were successful for me. So I'm just sharing these. These are actual questions that I used as a distributor. So they worked for me. I hope they help you guys too. But make them your own, or you can just write them down. They work. All right. So step 3 in confirming you have a good prospect in front of you. All right. Ask really good questions, please. It's like a first date, right? You're going to ask a lot of questions to confirm it's a good fit. All right. So let's say you've identified them as a good prospect. You have a conversation, you have a meeting. I would say in your first conversation, I would just ask flat out, where do you feel somebody like me has the most opportunity to collaborate with you between now and the end of the year or going into the new year? What do you need from a partnership like this? Just ask them. It works. It's pretty wild what an end user says when you ask that. That's not a pitch. It's not you dumping anything. It's not you, showing product too soon. You're just asking where the opportunity is. Here is another question I would ask a distributor on a first date. I actually give this away in my sales academy. Many of my clients share their event calendars with me early in the relationship so I can align my support. Can I please get a copy of yours to make things easier? One time I had a customer, an end user, say, what do you mean by align your support effectively? And I was like, oh shit. And I said, well, because I was just like, I'm just gonna be honest with her. And I said, well, I think that you're probably a candidate to fly to Las Vegas with me and walk the show floor. And I told her about PPAI. And I said, Thursday is kind of called end user day. And I think it makes sense that you and I make a goal of getting you there next year. I mean, that was the truth, right? I'm looking to confirm if they can give me $1 million. If they can give me $1 million and they confirm they can by giving me the marketing spend, and then I can, of that, say, all right, of that, what's a potential for me? What do I think I can get of that? If it's $1 million, then they are worth it to fly to Vegas for sure. All right. Bring your end users to me. I'll be in the HPG booth. All right. Next, here's another question. Ask about timing. Ask your customers about timing. When do you want to see holiday ideas from somebody like me? My company shows them around August, but when do you need to see them? I learned that lesson the hard way because I missed holiday my whole first year as a distributor. I showed it late. I brought it up late. And I had customers say to me, my best customers, oh, I didn't know you did that. And I was like, how do you not know that I did this? Oh, it's because I never talked about it. Guys, it's on you. If your customers are not buying something from you, it's because you're not talking about it. Re-engage them, bring it up. So there it is, right? Those are questions. Those are 3 questions I would ask a end user on a first date. So if anyone's listening, you can throw yourself in my calendar. I have more questions too, but I'll just show those 3. So I would say that's it, right? Like profile the business differently. I would say probably it's on you to figure out if it's a good prospect or not. You've got to do the research. You have to decide what's a prospect to you. You have to decide what kind of customer you're going after. I also want to mention how to handle this if you get like, oh, we already have somebody doing that. That happened to me. And I'm going to share with you. I was going after the storage company, and I was actually a customer of theirs. It's still where my storage unit is here in Huntington Beach. And I remember emailing and going on LinkedIn and targeting their team, marketing team and HR team to go after uniforming. And I just flat out said, hey, I'm a customer of yours. I actually grabbed the message. I'm a customer of yours. I was at your site today and noticed your manager Dean's uniform didn't reflect your brand very well. I run a branding agency specialized in uniforms, and I'd love to share some fresh options with you that don't snag, don't curl the collar, and last 25 to 50 washes. The reply was right away, thanks, but we already have somebody that does that. So I said back, this is my real conversation with this storage company. Thanks for the response. That person isn't showing you snag resistant polos with a 50 wash guarantee. They're not showing you uniforms that keep their shape and protect your brand image. I'm not asking for all of your business. I'm asking for an opportunity to show you what you're not seeing right now. So that was my approach. And it worked. So anyways, I would say if somebody says to you, oh, I already have somebody that's doing that. Guys, it's like negotiation. It's a game of tennis. Hit the ball back. Say something. Oh, no big deal. I'm not asking for all your business. I'm just looking to show you how I can build value and show you something different that you're obviously not seeing. Okay, so there's that. Step number 5, I just want to loop in because you asked how to set up a meeting with a key decision maker. Here's how you set up a meeting with a key decision maker. Just ask for it. Stop overcomplicating it. Don't overthink it. Just ask. YOLO. Email them, send them a LinkedIn message, ask to earn time on their calendar, ask to get a referral to them, tell somebody you're already working with, hey, I'd really like to earn time on this person's calendar because I want to have a stronger relationship with your team. Can you please help me organize that? Get a referral and get that conversation in one. I hope that's all right. Just be transparent. I don't know. I mean, just if you want something from somebody, just tell them what you want and why you want it, and hope for the best. That's negotiation. So I would say just be transparent. If you want to expand your relationship and have a meeting with a key decision maker, just tell them that you want to collaborate more and ask for the connection. So I guess that's it. So, okay, there it is. So again, that question was having a hard time getting past a prospect who says, I have someone who does that already. And the question is, what is the best process for setting up a meeting with a good decision maker? What are some good questions to ask to identify a good prospect? Again, I'll just end with, it's on you to identify what your prospect is. Once you identify what your prospect is and who it is and what your thresholds are, then you know that you're already targeting the right people. And then once you get a conversation, start drilling. Discovery. Okay. Ooh, all right. That's it. All right. Letter number 3. I hope I'm good on time here. Am I allowed to go this long? Okay. I don't know. Shit. I hope it's okay. All right. So letter number 3. All right, let's go. Let me read the letter. Okay. Help my decks. Woo. I'm feeling the need to deliver better looking proposals to both new and existing clients. The challenge is we work with thousands of products and vendors, so speed and flexibility matters too. Would love any direction or tools you recommend that can help us create high quality, easy to send proposals without slowing us down. Question. It made me think, is there something out there that looks sharper or presents better? Yeah, I made some really good notes around this too. All right. So first off, I love this question because I think it really is something that hits a lot of salespeople. We can have all the best products in the world and we can have the coolest products, right? But if your presentation isn't emotionally doing something for your customer and evoking something and getting them excited, if could feel just kind of like, right? Could look sloppy, generic. I get it. So I'm going to break down some tools that I personally love, and that's how I'm gonna lead with this. I personally love Flipping Book. Flipping Book is similar to, there's another one out there called Issue. But I love Flipping Book, right? It's really easy to upload your PDF, convert it into a link. So you can really like design whatever kind of PDF you want, make it look super badass, and then, upload it. And it looks, kind of like a lookbook or more of a retail guide. There's a lot of distributors in the industry, wonderful distributors that use Flipping Book and Issue. And I've seen some of their catalogs and they're gorgeous. So I know that that's there. And HPG uses Flipping Book as well. I use it for field training all the time. I use it for my workshops. So I have really high expectations of my presentations. So Flipping Book, and I'm not even associated with them. I'm just sharing what I love and what I use. So, okay. All right. So there's that, but let's talk about, beyond tools that work. Issue. Yes. And I would think about like asking your customers how they want to see new ideas from you. So we'll dive into that. Just ask your customers, like, if you're wondering if your presentations are hitting, just ask them, hey, how do you want to see new ideas from me? I mean, I remember asking my top, I'm just going to say this. I remember asking my top relationship, his name is Quinn. I remember asking Quinn one time because we were super tight. And I was like, bro, how do you see new ideas from my competitors? Like, what do they do? He's like, oh, they send us samples. They send us this. And I was like, huh, do you like that? Does that work for you guys? And then he started to tell me how they liked to get new ideas. He even name dropped somebody, this girl, Allison. And I was like, oh, who's that? And I was like, oh, can I get a referral to her? She's on the marketing team. Didn't even know her. So profile the business, ask your customers how they want to see new ideas from you. So you're not spinning your wheels, putting something together that you think is wonderful. And they're like, ah. Okay. All right. So there it is. Don't just think about proposals as like product dumps, by the way, just saying. Okay. All right. So step 2. All right. So I wrote this down. Step 1, tools that work, flipping book. Love it. If you are really looking to hit hard with a presentation, please tell the story. Sales reps that tell the story, you will close 20% more deals. Okay. Build emotion, not just PDF pages. Stop throwing up product and thinking that's going to close deals for you. It doesn't. All right, lead with pain points. You can roll pain points into your decks. If you are presenting new ideas to your college customer, throw in to Google pain points for college students, pain points for parents of college students, homesickness, anxiety, all these things. You can probably source from your supplier partners products that align with those pain points and put those into a deck. So instead of just showing things and wishing and hoping, show products that you know are going to solve problems that you have. They have. Also, I'll just go rogue here for a minute. The easiest way to solve a problem is to start with what you know you are certain of. So the problem is you want to grow the business. You're certain that college students are dealing with anxiety. I'm just as an example. We're certain they're dealing with anxiety and homesickness and weight gain. So you can go to your supplier partners and grab products and show your college customer products that align with what you're certain of. You'll sell more faster. Hey, I'm aware that your college students are, silently suffering on the weekends. They're mental health, they're dealing with anxiety, they miss their families. I have some fresh ideas for the campus online store. What are your thoughts about this? There's so many wonderful wellness products out there in the industry. So I'm just using that as an example, right? You can start to build emotion with how you present. I would say from there, I think just transparency of telling your customers, hey, I know that your employees are dealing with this, or I know that you as a company are dealing with this, or I know that your industry is dealing with this. You guys can throw your customers into, just a heads up, you can throw your customers into Google right now. Somebody watching, try it, trust me. Throw your top customer into Google and put pain points for this company and put your end user's name in there. It'll actually pull from Glassdoor, from LinkedIn. You'll be able to, hey, Mr. Customer, I can change the Glassdoor narrative. I'm certain that you are dealing with this. The internet told me so. So let's talk about it. I have products that can help you solve this. Guys, that's sales. Do the research. Do the discovery. Just saying. Build emotion. That's how you can build better presentations, is ask your customers how they want to see new ideas from you. Show them ideas, how they want to see them. And then also, I would for sure probably just like continue to stay on pain points and ask your clients what their focus area is. If you're asking your customer 4 times a year, once a quarter, hey, what are your biggest priorities over the next 3 months? Where can I be most supportive? Who knows what they're going to say? Oh, we have this coming up. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. Keep profiling your customers. Then you know that you're always showing the right products. You're never failing, and your presentations are always going to hit because they are always going to make sense for the time, All right, there it is. I would also layer in some statistics. I love statistics. I would layer in statistics makes things credible. I would layer in testimonials to make things more relatable, and probably case studies to make it more of a proven, this works. We're certain of it. All right. So there's that. Okay. I would say that's when your presentation is going to shift, from being like a vendor partner to like I'm a trusted advisor. Yeah, that's what you want. All right. And then also, like I mentioned, ask your customers how they want to see new ideas from you. Some customers do prefer like a quick lookbook. Some do want the clunky PDF or the PowerPoint deck. Some people like that still. Some people like a video walkthrough. Or maybe you can ask, hey, what about if I start showing you product using Loom? This wild woman in the industry suggested that I do it because it worked for her and she wrote millions of dollars. Use Loom, guys. Go to Loom and you can green screen ideas you want to show your customer. They're going to see your cute little smiling face and you'll be more persuasive and probably sell more. Yeah, that's what I call value-added engagement. All right, so I'll just also mention videos too are pretty wild because it's like emotion, education, you're like interactive with a person. Yeah, persuasive. That is so persuasive, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm going to roll something about that into field training for prospecting week 3. All right. So also I would say pull your customers' data with you. If you're wanting to put together better PDFs, better presentations, show them product that actually will help you grow the business. All right. So also real quick, you could even, I'm just thinking about this, roll your services into presentations. So if you like, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're a company that decorates in-house, has a kitting fulfillment service, those are services, right? You could look at the gaps in your relationships. Who are your top customers? Who's not leaning into those services? There's the re-engagement. Roll that into your deck. Hey, by the way, this quick slide, because you like an old PDF, this quick slide is about our services. We excel in in-house embroidery and we should be doing more of that for you. So, let us, right? So I'm just saying, roll your services into the deck. Okay. Pull data, by the way. All right. Pull data. Pull data for sure. It's helpful. You guys can look for gaps and voids. Make sure that your deck is mobile friendly. I made a note here that 57% of all proposals and presentations are now opened on a mobile device first. Okay, so if your deck, whoever else is, if your deck isn't mobile friendly, half of your prospects are basically frustrated. There it is. Use a link maybe. I really love Flipping Book. It's wonderful. Really easy to use, and I'm not the best. 3 people, if they're watching, are going to laugh at this. Tori Chipchase, Christine Ng, and Melissa Zarkoffman. They're going to laugh when I say this. Anyways, if somebody, if I can use Flipping Book, really, any of you can. Okay? I'm just going to say that. Also, I made a note. Attention span. Your customer's attention span is only 8 seconds. Our attention span is only 8 seconds. So it's shorter than a goldfish. I made that note. We can't afford to miss here, please. All right. Definitely every page matters to you. I also wrote down this: information presented as a story is 22 times more likely to be remembered than facts alone. So stop dumping catalogs. Don't let suppliers do that too either. I would say use a story. There it is. Use a story. Ask how your customers want to see new ideas from you, and profile the business differently. You do research, you do discovery, and you'll probably sell more faster. Last letter. This is the 4th letter. This one was gnarly. This one got me, and that's why I actually was like, I'm going to answer it tomorrow. I spent last night a couple hours actually really thinking about this after I made myself some steak and some potatoes. Anyways, I'm going to read this, and there's a lot of sales reps that are dealing with this. I promise. This is like, I've encountered this. So that's why I pull on my heartstrings. Here's the letter. My email open rates are actually strong. People are clicking. People are opening my emails, but my response rate is terrible. It's like crickets. I've tried to structure my emails professionally, but no one bites. What am I doing wrong? How can I fix my outreach so prospects don't just open my emails and they actually respond? So that one got me. I really dug in and into this. I really hope this helps. I built together a roadmap for you. I actually built it yesterday. I call it the FSM roadmap now. 4 steps to fix response rates. So I hope this helps. Okay, here we go. Let's go. All right. So I'll just be honest. Also, whoever wrote this, I'm just going to give it to you straight. Okay. It's not an open rate problem. It is definitely a message problem. I'm just going to say it, bro, or whoever. But I call everybody bro. If your structure is solid, but there's a potential you're asking for way too much too early. That's what it is. There's something that is asking too much too early. You got to go in low commitment. Something's asking too much. I'm just going to say this. Think of prospecting and cold calling like dating. No one shows up to the first date and rattles off their resume. Oh, I can hit a golf ball 300 yards. I can swim this fast. I have done this. I'm a great skier. I can make this. I can do this. My favorite movie is this. I have 3 brothers. I have a niece. No one does that. Why would you do that in a message? So what this tells me is that you're getting people's attention, but you're asking too much of them. They're just not responding. It's too much. So not that I'm a dating expert of any means, but I'm wondering if you just haven't earned the opportunity to ask for too much yet. So I actually made some notes why people fail on the first date. I made some notes around this because I think it ties into prospecting for sales. They talk too much about themselves. So don't do that in sales. It's a relationship. I see a lot of distributors that show up in the first 1, 2, 3 meetings talking about, oh, here's our core capabilities. Here's what we can do. And they spend all this time. And then it's like, I don't even know where the alignment is. There's got to be better alignment. Here's another one. They don't ask questions. There's another reason why people fail on the first date. They don't ask questions. So sales reps, without curiosity, there is no discovery at all. The result would be like a dead end, no date, right? So if you, I'm not saying this person is, because I don't know, but if you are not getting a response rate from cold call messages, it's a message problem. You're maybe asking too much too soon. Go in low commitment. I'm going to give you some strategies and some tactics here in just a minute. Here's another reason why people fail on the first date. They don't listen actively. All right. So same thing in sales. First date with a customer should be tons of discovery questions. OMG, like tons, with a lot of active listening. People want to feel heard and not bulldozed, not dumped on. Yeah. So there's that. Let's dive into, really, I guess I'm just going to touch on like the parallel of that, right? And I'm going to answer this with my thoughts here. If you're spending the first message, if that the first message is being deployed, asking for something and you don't know them, if you're asking for something or asking for more than one thing in a message, it'd be like bragging on the first date. It's going to kill the vibe. It'd be like coming on too strong, like, whoa, I was interested, but like, chill, you know? I'd love to hear about your warehousing and that you've worked with, iHeartRadio. That's great. But like, who are you? That's kind of what it would feel like. Probably. It's kind of like a date, right? So I would say, get your clients to care about what you're asking them to do. There's a lot of distributors that I've seen send out a meeting link and the first cold call message is, hi, click here to book a meeting with me. Click here to get your free gift. I'm like, what? Like, that must be a tough sales cycle, So I'm just going to give you the FSM rules. I made some notes around this. The FSM rules. Low commitment first. It's like dating, right? Talking about you, your clients, your services, all about your company, how big you are, what you can do. It's too early. They don't care yet. Right? Do discovery, profile, ask the hard questions. I would like first date questions with a customer, right? I talked about them earlier in this show, actually. Ask hard questions, ask about budget. I made notes here, bring up their pain points, bring up gaps like in the relationship. Hey, we want to be doing your uniforming. Expect for that to come up over time. Just tell them what they can expect from you. I would say the FSM rule, low commitment. You be curious. you ask questions, you active listen, you re-engage, ask about their challenge, bring up their challenges, identify their pain points. You have to earn the right to like talk about yourself. You have to earn the right to share what you can do. You have to earn the right to tell people about your resume. Oh, I've worked with this client. I've done this for so-and-so. You have to earn that, you have to get people to care. So I would say if you're not getting a response, which I think was I would say probably, I'm just going to guess, high commitment too early. Maybe you're assuming some stranger is going to book a meeting with you and just like drop everything they're doing. Oh yes, I've been waiting for you to reach out. It doesn't happen. You got to go into low commitment. Distributors, think about this, right? If a supplier just blind emailed you, I'm sure this happens, blind emails you the same way, are you going to stop what you're doing? Oh yes, let me just stop what I'm doing and get back to you. No. So don't expect other people to do that. That's not how it works. All right. So I would say here's the FSM approach to the low commitment approach. Think of your first message as nothing other than like a handshake. All right. Handshake. No pitch, no links, no asks, just a connection. If anybody's watching this, ask me for my LinkedIn playbook. I will give it to you. There are 3 or 4 talk tracks in there that I used. They're very low commitment messages. I will give it to you. Just ask me. I will text it to you. LinkedIn, email, Instagram, whatever. Here's one example. Hey, this is literally how I landed my biggest customer. Hi, I'm looking to connect with other marketing professionals in the automotive industry. Cheers. That's it. And I copy and pasted that to everyone on the marketing team. I got a lot of people accepted me, and then I circled back and I attacked and I brought up their pain points. Okay. So I would just say, go in low commitment. Don't ask anything. You're asking them to do something already. You're asking them to take their finger and physically go, yes, I accept. You're asking them to read the message. You're asking them a lot already. Okay. All right. There's my thoughts. That's pretty much it. That's basically like non-threatening. So here's the roadmap to fix your response rates. Go in, keep it light, go in with a handshake, get them to accept your invite. I'm also going to touch on emails in just a minute and how this works with email, by the way. Re-engage with pain points. I would make that my second date if I was hunting on a prospect, or I would re-engage with pain points, something that I know that I'm certain of. I'm certain that you have this problem. I'd call that out. I know that your employees are dealing with this. I know that you're dealing with this. I know that your employees are dealing with long hours and safety issues. I have some fresh ideas for your safety program. Can I earn time on your calendar? Build credibility before pitching anything. I don't even know if I should say this. I took somebody's business. When I was a distributor, I don't know who it is, but I took somebody's business because I went in low commitment and I earned the right to talk about my services. I took some distributor out there was competing against me, and I was re-engaging at rapid speed, and I was profiling the business differently, and I was bringing up their pain points, and I was going in low commitment. So anyways, build credibility before you pitch anything. Save the I work with so-and-so and so-and-so, and my company's done this for when you've earned the credibility to tell them. Research their pain points, like I mentioned, lead with the reality, I'm certain of this, versus like, I can do this. So anyways, people are going to respond more when you acknowledge their reality and not your achievements. It's kind of like a date, right? You're never going to sit down on a date and tell everybody all the things you can do, So anyways, there's that. Also, I think by the time you finally start to like share your track record of like, oh yeah, I've done this, they care, and there's like an investment there, it's different. So if this person or anyone is stuck with open rates and no responses, I would not assume that the email is broken. I would fix the way that you're approaching the relationship and going in. I'd go in low commitment. Sales is about earning the right to ask and through credibility and rapport. Open rates are going to tell you that the door is open. Obviously, they're taking the bait. Good job. But response rates are going to tell you, they're just maybe you asked for too much too soon, and it just disrupted their day, and they weren't going to take the time to respond back to it. There wasn't enough value in that. So keep it low commitment. I hope that helps. Yeah, but it's the same with email. You guys can use that same approach with email, right? Like if you guys are sending a cold call message, I would even call out. I'll just go rogue here. If I was a distributor right now and I was looking to land a massive client, I would use LinkedIn. That's all I used, but I would use LinkedIn. But if you're an emailer, you can email. And I would say my LinkedIn approach still works. You can go in low commitment. Hey, I found your profile on LinkedIn. I also sent you a LinkedIn message. Be transparent. I also sent you a LinkedIn message. And I'm looking to earn time on your calendar. Maybe call that out or just say, I'm looking to connect with other marketing professionals or whoever professionals in whatever industry. And I'm aware that your employees and your company and your industry could be dealing with this. I have some fresh ideas. Can I earn time on your calendar? That would be my first message to anyone that I'm cold calling. YOLO. You're not getting the business anyways. What are you afraid of? You're not getting the business anyways. Can't lose anything. So just go in guns blazing. Call out the reality. Bring it to the forefront. Tell them what you're certain of. I am certain that you guys are dealing with this. This industry is dealing with this. I can solve this. That's how I would land a big customer. All right. Thanks for being here. That was very long. Okay. Thanks for everyone for being here. I'm done. FSM Sales Confessional. Thank you, Promo Corner. I'm done now.